Hi, everybody. Tuesday Thoughts, week number 17. Moving right along, aren't we? All right, so our quote for the week says great leaders don't set out to be a leader, they set out to make a difference. It's never about the role, always about the goal. I think that's important to consider when people are looking at leadership roles is what is the goal? The goal is making a difference. We can make difference in an organization, in people's lives, without being in a leadership role. As a worker, as a supporter, you can make a difference. When you start to do that, opportunities come then to move into leadership roles. But the first goal is to make a difference. You can make a difference in a lot of different ways from that. Okay? And with that concept, it comes along the next quote, our supplemental quote for the week, which says, use moments to create momentum. So use those moments where you're making a difference to create momentum for an organization, for a class, for a business, for whatever that's going on that you're helping with. That momentum then builds itself into opportunities for leadership, but leadership should never be the goal. It's making a difference is where that is. Okay, so our random fact for the week. And some of you know some of the first part. The last part is where the plot twist comes in. You ready for this? Here we go. The deepest levels of our oceans are some of the least explored areas on the planet. Okay? It's the extreme pressure, the cold, and the dark that makes it difficult for us to be able to explore it. But it also means only the very strangest of creatures survive there. We've got giant tube worms. We've got vampire squids. Right? Goblin sharks. And there's a thing called a viperfish that has teeth so long they can't actually close their mouth. But that's not the weirdest one. The strangest one, though, is what's called the barrel eye. This is a large fish with a completely transparent head. Okay. Cool, right? It's different. All right, and so our random word for the week then is clepsydra. It's an early clock using flow of water into or out of a container. So think of the egg timers and the sand timers in there that you flip over, but using water in there instead of sand and structured differently a little bit. But that idea of tracking the water through something, and that's how early was our early thing of making time. So there we go. So just some thoughts for you of how to be a leader, creating momentum through that. Watch out for those weird fish. Make sure you're telling time. It's week 17 of Tuesday Thoughts. Have a great week.